Okay, so before we start the video, I just wanted to say that I'm really excited to finish the Ultimate Disney ranking. I know a lot of people don't really care about Disney movies like I do, but I'm just really excited to finish it. It's been a huge project for my channel. Every time I post them, they get tons of views. It's really helped me get all of this exposure, and I'm just really happy that people are like watching my videos and liking them. I'm pretty sure this video is going to flop, but that's okay because you know what? My Christmas rankings flopped and sometimes videos flop. It happens. Oh, I love bobbleheads. Anyway, I just wanted to say that if you guys like trailers, I would love to hear your opinion. I really have no idea why people like them. And I just really want to encourage comments at the front of the video because I know some people only watch like 10 seconds. So yeah, let's just get started. You guys ever see those memes that are like, oh, Moana and Pocahontas are the same movie because they're both about girls trying to save someone with their trusty male counterpart on a journey and have some sort of connection to the ocean? Or, oh, Batman v Superman and Civil War are the same movie because they're both about two old men who should be friends because they're supers, but they fight because of one misunderstanding. That's me, but with trailers. See, I was watching the new No Way Home Spider-Man movie. Great movie, 9 out of 10 we recommend. And the trailers we saw before the movie were shockingly terrible. I mean, it was bland action movie after bland action movie with the occasional interesting bland action movie, but hey, this one's made by the PS4 apparently. My dad whispered to me, none of these look interesting. And I responded, well, yeah, it's a trailer. That one instinctual response made me realize something. Every trailer is basically the same. Like I said in the intro, there really is no truly original idea anymore. Let me stress that word. Idea. Pretty much every movie that's made nowadays is going to be reviewed with the notion that it's similar to something else. Jungle Cruise, an Indiana Jones comedy. Shang-Chi, like Iron Man. Somehow. But even for how many times I've seen that connection, no one ever seems to make it with trailers. Trailers are literally on the same level of quality to me as those 10-second reviews on Letterboxd. They give a bare skeleton of what the movie's gonna be about and leave all the details for the fans to guess. Here's the thing though. That makes them look like the most unoriginal movies of all time. It's not the trailer's fault. I mean, they have at most 3 minutes to tell a 2-hour story, so obviously they can't mention everything. But only mentioning broad ideas doesn't work when we've seen those ideas a million times. I'm not just talking about bad movies either, by the way. Every movie is victim to a bad trailer. And like, it's not like a movie that has a bad trailer is going to be a bad movie, otherwise I'd hate literally every movie ever made. Like, look at Perks of Being a Wallflower, my second favorite movie of all time. This trailer tells you nothing about the experience. It's just about a guy, he's got some anxiety, and then he meets a girl. That sounds like the most sappy rom-com ever made. I can think of 10 other movies that are just about a guy who's having trouble until he meets a girl. About Time, The Fault in Our Stars, If Only. These trailers would be almost exactly the same, but comparing About Time to Perks of Being a Wallflower is the stupidest idea you could possibly have. Anyone who's seen those movies can tell you they could not be more different. But that's the thing, how do you make a movie feel fresh and new when its trailer is the same as 20 other movies? Of course the reviewers are gonna compare this movie to another one. The trailer for it made it look like they were all the same. Like, why are Pocahontas and Moana compared so much? I mean, I'm sure that there were some people that walked out of the theater and genuinely thought that those two were the same movie, but for us normal people, they're pretty different movies, right? If you break it down into its basic plot, sure they're kind of similar, but no one watches a short version of the movie that only scratches the surface of the real one. Oh wait, yes, I am saying that 90% of the people who constantly compare those two movies would not have done it if they had not seen the trailer. Is that really that ridiculous of a sentence? Think about how different these two movies are. Pocahontas is some nobody that has little to no personality and only has a connection to nature because her grandmother is a tree. Somehow. God, that was a weird movie. She's also a free spirit that goes where the wind takes her unless she feels like she's being taken advantage of. Moana is about a girl who has connection to the water because her human grandmother, always cherished it. It's a way to remind her of her lineage and where she comes from. Moana is much more of a go-getter type of person who rarely lets things go. But just for fun, let's see what happens when we strip the details away from these two movies. Wow, dramatic music and a striking tale about a girl who must restore balance by changing the heart of their superior. Literally. Along the way, they'll have to sing their heart out with their cute animal sidekick and male co-stars, both voiced by insanely famous celebrities. From the studio that brought you Frozen, Moana Kahontis, coming soon. Okay, but trailers give insight to what the movie's going to be like. Without the trailer, you walk in blind. How are you going to know if you like the movie? First of all, like I just proved, movies with completely different levels of quality can have similar trailers. I mean, I'm not head over heels in love with Moana or anything like that, but it's still like 20 spots above Pocahontas on the inevitable ultimate Disney ranking. Second of all, who says that you absolutely need information about a movie before you watch it? I have not looked up a trailer in all of my critic life, and I've still loved and hated plenty of movies. Most of the time when I see a trailer, whether it be waiting for a movie to play in a theater or watching SNL on Peacock, I'm mad because now the first half of the movie has been ruined. Which reminds me, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I hate spoilers so much. There's a reason that I don't talk about the new movies with my brother anymore. He goes on Discord, has the entire movie spoiled, and then he walks out of the theater like, I already knew what was gonna happen. When I really don't want a movie spoiled, I'll go out of my way to avoid even 30-second clips like the plague. Ooh, too soon. When I watched Dune for the first time, I was committed to not seeing a single trailer until the movie was released. I didn't even want broad ideas that could be tied to any movie. I wanted nothing. And that movie was unbelievably amazing. If we're being totally honest, it was probably a coincidence, but I'm just gonna say it wasn't just for the sake of this video. Also, do you mind if I interrupt this entire video with a mini rant about Dune? Okay, I'll be quick. Oh my god, Dune was so much better than I possibly could have hoped for. The costumes were absolutely incredible. The cinematography took my breath away, and I was seriously not expecting Timothée Chalamet to do so great. His performance was honestly in my top 3 because a ton of people brought their A game, and it's underrated perfection. 10 out of 10. I'm devastated I won't be able to see this in theaters anymore. Anyway, accidentally spoiling the tiniest thing from a trailer that I watched for a bit too long can make the actual movie worse. No Way Home was great, but the advertising was so relentless that it spoiled that Doc Ock from the Sam Raimi trilogy was gonna be in it, and that Sandman was gonna be in it, and that probably all 3 of the Spider-Man were gonna be in it. I was so hyped to see Doc Ock and Sandman that I literally did not care about all the compelling Spider-Man drama that was going on before that. I just wanted to hear Doc Ock say, "The power of the sun in the palm of my hand" again. So yes, I kept waiting for him to show up, not really caring that I had just missed what that important character just said, or what happened in the last scene. I can't even imagine what would have happened if I had seen all the amazing final boss fights at the end, sitting on my couch, or listened to all the iconic lines while cheesy music was playing. It would have made such a difference. On the flip side, if you see a trailer for a movie that you don't like, it can make the entire movie drag on because you already saw the first half hour. Animated movies definitely get the worst of this, especially because a lot of animated movies nowadays hinge so much on that setup, and then they just coast for the rest of the movie until the climax. Like, all of the Hotel Transylvania movies have so little plot in them that when the setup is spoiled, there's nothing that makes the viewer want to watch the rest of the movie. I mean, the setup of those movies is a huge part of them, and they are always spoiled in the trailer. Always. Again though, there's nothing that a trailer can do to fix this problem. If a trailer shows nothing about the story, then there's no point in it existing. Trailers are terrible because that's just how they're made. To be honest, the one exception that I found was the Steven Spielberg West Side Story movie. Like, that movie was great, and it actually had a really good trailer. For me, that's the ideal trailer. It just shows you what it looks like, who's gonna be in it, and it has some nice music from the actual movie, not some cheesy music you can replace with any movie. But then, that film tanked at the box office, so I guess we really do need trailers more than I think. The setup being spoiled is honestly the main reason I don't see trailers before I see a movie anymore. Why would I spoil a third of the movie before I even see it? No, but you don't understand. Trailers are just big ideas, not details. To that I say, really? Are you sure about that? Let's test that theory, shall we? I'm gonna pick a random movie I've seen in the past 2 months, and I will bet you that the first act and maybe a bit of the second act is spoiled. Let's just go with Avengers Infinity War. First movie that comes to mind, don't judge me. Let's watch this trailer together, okay? Don't worry. I will be very fair, okay? This is my first attempt picking a random movie and a random trailer. I don't mind admitting defeat, like it's just YouTube. Oh, also spoilers. Oh, okay. That's it, I already won. It spoils the opening of the movie. In that unbelievable cinematic achievement, it is a huge deal that the rest of Asgard has been completely wiped out by Thanos. In one of the most badass scenes in the movie, we see piles of bodies lined on the floor. Oh. That's exactly what we see here. So, it's not really a reveal then,
Let's talk about this.
Oh, of course, we gotta spoil, like, all of the characters that are in this movie. I know that the movie poster already shows you that, but now I know that Iron Man is gonna meet Doctor Strange, Captain America is gonna meet Black Panther, Scarlet Witch is gonna meet Captain America. Like, why? One of the biggest selling points of this movie is seeing all the amazing superheroes meet each other, seeing how they will react to each other, seeing what conversations they'll have. But that has to be spoiled because the movie doesn't look desirable enough, apparently. And again, Vision getting the Mind Stone out of him. That's a huge reveal in the movie. It's an amazing scene. And this isn't even the worst trailer I've seen. Some trailers like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse spoiled the best jokes, the best moments, even the final battle scenes. It's exactly what I didn't want in the No Way Home trailer. Like my mom watching Shark Tank, I could do this all day. Speaking of Shark Tank, okay, this section is going to be a bit smaller because I don't really have much to say compared to the other two. I've pretty much made all the points I want, but I feel like this is worth mentioning. So I don't think I've ever talked about reality TV on this channel before, but my opinion of it is pretty cut and dry. I hate it. Honestly, the worst sounds ever invented are the dramatic sound effects that they use in reality TV because, oh my god, it is as if they were talking about saving children from starvation. The cruelty of these Shark Tank producers, whose life goal is to embarrass these small business owners by doing things like this.
You're one of the first people to ever have 6 shots at this, okay?
Right.
You struck out on every one. 0.
They don't care that these people are putting themselves out there on live television. All they care about is how much money they can rake in. I mean, it's not like trailers are embarrassing anyone. They just have the same superficial tone to them. They all have the same generic music in the background, the same 3 one-liners per genre, and they all feel like a compilation of the movie's best moments. I don't want to see the movie's best moments now. I want to see them, you know, when I'm actually watching the movie. Of course, watching a movie in IMAX with popcorn and candy is a terrible way to enjoy these moments. We all know the best way to understand and appreciate these jokes is if you have them squished between a dramatic compilation while generic music plays and you see a title screen filled with actors you don't care about. Or you're watching an animated movie and it's only filled with actors you care about. These trailers are so bad that it makes me not want to see the movie at all. They ruin movies. But now I want to know, does anyone agree with me? I need to know this because I don't understand why I seem to be the only person in my extended family that refuses to watch trailers. Also, if you do like trailers, I want to know why. Like, why do you guys like these trailers? No judgment, obviously. Well, no judgment that I'll say to you. I just would love to hear what you guys think. I genuinely don't know what anyone sees in these trailers or why anyone would want to watch them. Oh, wow, this video is way longer than I thought it would be. I was planning to do like a 5-minute video and then the Mega Ultimate Disney finale. Yes, that is what I'm going to call it. Whatever. You guys can wait a month, right?